Montana, where I live, it is it's pretty crazy out there. We've had no winter at all. Neither has hold on. That'd be my Twitch. That'd be my Twitch. Sorry about that, but yeah, most of the United States hasn't had a winter unless, you're in northern Minnesota, Maine, northern New York, northern Michigan, northern Wisconsin. Uh, and I feel like that's pretty much it. Like we had a good snow right around Thanksgiving in the fall. In the fall, we have not had anything significant or good in the winter. And people will be like, oh, it's not a big deal. Well, it just means we're going to light on fire and burn to the ground. Good morning, everyone. Hello. And, personally, I don't like burning to the ground. It's just a personal thing. I like to have snowpack for the slow thaw for snow melt. It's really good to not light on fire. I know a lot of people just want to be all buttholes about it, but it is what it is. The thing that I enjoy the most is that we are overdue for an ice age. So everyone's saying it's global warming. The thing that happens before an ice age is the earth actually warms up and then it cools off significantly. So that's what happened last time. And they say that we're like thousands of years overdue for an ice age. So this will be interesting. I wonder why they never talk about that. I crack your ass up. Ew, why is your butt involved? Why is your butt involved in this? Good morning. Hello, everyone. It's very, what do you call it? Foggy and wet outside. So it feels incredibly cold, even though it is not. I hope that makes sense. You know what? I'm only a Bears fan because it reminds me of home. Pretty much my entire family growing up, every Bears game was on, no matter what. My cousins would come from Indianapolis and stay in our house with our uncle to go to Soldier Field and go to the Bears game. So like my whole life has been watching other people watch the Bears. I've never like cared about football, but I've always wanted Chicago to win everything, if that makes sense. I've always wanted them to win everything. It's just, that was where I grew up. That is part of my home. The Bears. That is like my thing. So it feels good that they're finally doing something because for a long time they were like fucking worthless. Like absolutely flippin' worthless. So I guess they're not worthless anymore. It's a good thing. Like I was alive when the Bears were annihilating everyone in the 80s. And then I was alive when the Bulls were annihilating everyone in the 90s. And then I was alive when all the teams sucked butthole. Absolute dirty butthole for a long time. So what are you going to do? It's me, your favorite parasocially acquired shit poster. Doge. Well played. I like that. Hello, it's me, your favorite parasocially acquired shit poster. Some of you people are really brilliant. Let's see. Medieval warming period, agricultural boom. We'll see. We'll see. I like snow, so this isn't working for me. This is not working for me. I am not happy with how warm it is. I am very sad. I like copious amounts of snow. This has made me sad. I'm just, I'm sad. You love my glasses. These are my, since I'm a political moderate, I have two outfits to sneak around red and blue states. If I go to a blue state, yes, hail nerdrotic, yay. I will wear my far leftist progressive glasses. And then everyone will assume I don't have a husband and that I am hyper focused on my career and unhappy in my life with copious amounts of cats, I have copious amounts of cats, but I'm happily married to my husband, and I don't want to be a man. If I go to a red state, I'm just going to wear my fucking American as fuck shirt. That's what I'm going to wear. It says, what the fuck is a kilometer? And it's George Washington riding an American Eagle, holding 2 AR-15s, blasting them off. So then I get to just sneak around and be fine. And no one will know the better, you know? See, this entire thing is about me personally, made just for me by my best friend, Adrian Curry, former lead singer of the legendary 2000s death metal band, Adrian Curry. I'm telling you, there's some weird people out there, man. There's some weird people. Like my husband and I have a parasocial relationship. We met streaming online. Something's wrong there. So, couple things. Let's go to fashion. Here we go. I'm very excited to show you this. I told my husband before I streamed, I'm like, I'm really excited. Really excited. So I bought this purse from Avon, this one. And it's so soft. And I like it so much. I just want you to know. So I'm going to actually open it because I haven't done that yet. Hey, scissors. Yay. Here we go. Scissors. Scissors are things I like to run with. What is that? Oh, okay. I'm like, how am I going to get all this undone? So I'm going to unhook this. It's so soft. And I like it so much. I got rid of so many purses because I couldn't conceal carry with them. And then I realized when I went to an Avon event that I had no like dress purses. And I'm like, I guess when I travel, I'm not packing heat. So I might as well get some girly purses. So let's open this bad boy. Let's get in there. Let me cut this off. I get excited when I get new shit to show you guys. I do. It is what it is. I'm fucking excited. Does it have a longer strap? It has a very long strap. It's like a shoulder bag. So let me see. Let's get in here. So this is the stuffing. There we go. It's cute. It's got a little zipper. I hate these little pack things. So it feels pretty well made. Why is this on that zipper? There we go. Ooh. Is that open? No. Okay. So it's just like a night out purse. It's got a big hole. It's got a small hole. Here's the main thing. My cell phone fits in it perfectly. That's what we all love. So I like the way it feels. I always like gold. I'm excited to have a new purse because I was very much lacking. I have a purse from my dad's mother, my grandma, but I don't want to use it because she's not with us anymore. And I have both my grandma's old purses, and I just, they're like museum pieces. So I'm sure you could take this off and then you could use it as just a clutch, which is fine. No, they do not have the strap in silver. It is gold only. Did you know you could buy purse straps like this on Amazon? I bought one. You can actually do it. If I was a chick, I'd be into this purse. I like this fucking purse. I like it a lot. So I bought this new purse and I got super excited about it. And it feels so soft. I dig it. I dig it. And then we have our brand new Eye and Cheek multi palettes, which I kind of dig. I think I like this one. So you can use it as eyeshadow or stuff on your cheeks. Ooh, this I'm going to use as a transitional color. Very interesting concept, but I dug it. So I was like, I want this. Let me see. What colors do we have? We have Merlot, feminine, mellow, shady, botanical gardens, and spicy. I got spicy and shady. I'm definitely going to use those. So adriancurry.com is where you go to shop in my Avon store. I would love it if you did. I would love it. It'd make me so happy. There's a lot going on. Bless my husband. I heard him sneeze. There is a lot going on. So I just want to address this. Everyone's talking about it. The entire exchange was funny to me. I don't care if you like Trump or you don't like Trump. The fact that in America, you can just scream at the president that he protects pedos, and then he just flips you off and you're not thrown in a gulag or lined up in the streets like in Iran to be executed, which they're doing. They have 10,000 prisoners, protest prisoners in Iran, and they're going to start hangings and shooting them. And they've already been murdering them and dumping their bodies on the side of the road. And the left, who's like, genocide, Palestine, genocide, they're saying nothing about it because they haven't been told, because everyone's a zombie. And the right is the same. The right hasn't been told what to be outraged about or what to do. So everyone's just sitting here. Cindy, thank you for the 500 stars, you fucking sweet thing. Everyone's just sitting here ignoring Iran. Unbelievable. So they can clutch their pearls about ICE. But here's the thing. I said, only in America can we tell our president to his face that he's a pedo protector and only get flipped off in return. Ask Iranians how they're doing right now. I love America. I do. I've seen people yell at Joe Biden, and Joe Biden was like, listen here, Jack, you worthless piece of shit. Blah, blah. And he was so mad, and everyone's like, it's so good when he does that. To me, giving the bird is far less aggressive than when Joe Biden would sit there yelling at workers. Do you guys remember that? He would just like yell at people. It was funny. That was funny too. But here's the problem. The guy was at work. So everyone's like, what about free speech? Why isn't the right, standing up for free speech? Let me just tell you something. If I was at an Avon event, like an actual Avon event, and they invited someone, let's say it was Joe Biden, and I was like, you shower with your daughter, you touch little girls. My guess is I'm going to get in trouble. Just a wild guess. Now, if this guy was just standing on the side of the street, nothing would have happened to him. Unfortunately for him, he chose to do this at his work, and he didn't even get fired. He got suspended. That's generous as fuck. You know what I mean? I think that's really generous. Because in Iran, if you yell this shit at anyone in the regime, it just proves we've not had a dictator, because people were telling Joe Biden to fuck off. People are telling Trump to fuck off. It's beautiful. I love my country. I love my country. I love that. I just love it. I love that we can do this. I laughed at what the guy said. I laughed at Trump's reaction. I fucking laughed. It doesn't matter what side you're on. There's something for everyone in this exchange. That's how I felt about it. I'm like, how can anyone get mad about this? It's literally everything we would want in life. It was fucking funny. Everyone involved. No matter if you like Trump, dislike Trump, the entire thing was hilarious. It was funny. It was just funny. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Some bot on my Facebook is talking about how they're diagnosed with herpes. I just blocked them. That's funny. When they're trying to sell you medications and shit. That's very funny. I think it's funny. So the whole thing was hilarious. I'm so glad that it happened. Dictators don't let you dedicate an entire social media account to accusing them of being a pedo. Nope. Try to pull this shit in Beijing. And both ways. When Biden was president, the right was like, he showers with his daughter, he sniffs kids, he does bad things for kids. And everyone got away with that. No, there was some crackdowns on a lot of shit that was really uncomfortable, really upset me. Someone calls you a name, swears at you, you flip them off and shout something back, even if you're president. And here's the thing that really, really bothers me is the self-righteousness of people pretending that this is a terrible, unpresidential thing to do, as if they've totally forgotten that under Joe Biden, what we had was Joe Biden go, look at this, show your cha-chas and pinch your nipples on the White House lawn. Yay, yay. This person didn't get kicked out. Joe Biden then went and took a picture with them. This was what people considered presidential and buttoned up, was Joe Biden having transmission women flop their cha-chas out on the White House lawn. Look at the fucking polls, but this is the White House lawn. That's why I laugh when people are like, oh, a middle finger. Oh, meanwhile, we had cocaine on the floor. We had fucking cha-chas out on the White House lawn. And don't you forget, gay porn in the House of Representatives. And they're like, oh, it's so good. That's why I'm like, both sides, there's cults for both sides. There is fucking cults. As a lifelong Democrat, I started seeing shit like this, and I'm like, no one is holding their own side accountable. They just keep pointing fingers at the other side. That's all they fucking do. You don't have a leg to stand on. Not one. About what's presidential when Joe Biden's having a fucking topless teddy party at the White House. Are you serious? A middle finger. Oh, meanwhile, Biden has cha-chas out at the White House with people shimmying them around like this. Are we being for real? I don't think anyone's serious anywhere. There are two wrongs don't make a right, even though I only got mad about one because I'm a hypocrite, dude. That's why I'm tired of people. It's bullshit. Everyone's a fucking bullshit artist. They're full of shit. They're full of bullshit. I think the way Trump handled the Epstein thing, I think he deserved having that guy yell at him that he was protecting Epstein. I think he deserved it. And I thought it was funny that he gave the finger back. Because I'm not in a cult. I'm not a fucking brainwashed sheep zombie. Let's face it, Joe Biden had no idea what was going on. That's why a lot of this happened. Dude, the fact that gay porn was filmed at the White House, no one was prosecuted. Nothing bad happened. Two wrongs don't make a right, but Trump's so bad. But gay porn in the House of Representatives, ooh, that's good. Shimmying topless boobs on the White House lawn, ooh, that's why I'm like, all the people that complain about what's going on now, they're not serious people. I don't take anyone seriously. Have a fucking laugh. Two wings of the same bird. There you go. I despise Trump, but that shit was funny. It was funny but there's something for everyone there. If you don't like Trump, there's something for you. A guy like yelling at him that he protects pedos. If you do like Trump, there's something for you. Throw in the bird. Or if you're like me and everything's just funny, then both sides are hilarious. Like, this whole thing is fucking great. Filmed in the Capitol building. Well, it was the hearing table for the House of Representatives. And nothing happened to that guy. Got rammed in the butt on camera. A Democrat aide, and nothing bad happened to him. And they ran cover from him. Can you imagine if Trump's admin had aides railing anal in the Capitol in porn videos? Can you imagine the pearl clutching that would start happening? It would be unbelievable. Everyone would be so upset. And that's why I'm like, there's no serious people on this planet. No. Because, I don't worship anyone. So if Trump does something that I think, okay, his entire handling of the Epstein thing, I think was awful. One, I think Epstein was a U.S. asset, 100%. I think he was working for the CIA. I think they got tons of shit on everyone. I think maybe other intelligence agencies were also working with him. I don't know who they got shit on for sure. I know for sure because we see just too much of it. Bill Clinton is all over that shit because Epstein got off scot-free when he first got busted in Florida under Bill Clinton's admin. The people Clinton put in charge were the ones that like just put an ankle bracelet on him and was like, it's not that bad. In fact, they said the underage girls were just prostitutes. So this shit goes so deep. And I feel like all the politicians are covering it up. Even the ones that loudly state, oh, we need to release the files. I think they know that they can't. I think they know that they can't. I don't trust any of these people. But what Trump should have done is, one, not campaign on it if he was not going to deliver. Two, Tim Pool said Dan Bongino should have been like, yeah, we're looking into it, blah, 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 and leave it at that. But instead they made a clown show circus about files and everything else. So that, that shit was retarded. And I'm going to say it. And then, Trump supporters get mad at me. And I'm like, dude, you have to be able to like step back from your own bias and shit and look at things and be like, that's stupid. This isn't. But remember, there was cocaine on the White House floor under Joe Biden. He was like yelling at people on camera. Like people would ask him a question. He's like, I don't work for you, Jack. Fuck you. I'm mad. Fuck you. Like to American citizens. And everyone was like, that's fine. Trump's like, and everyone's mad about it. I thought the entire exchange was great. The people whining about free speech because the guy got in trouble at work. If I was at an Avon function and I screamed something like that to their invited guests, or my guess is I would be in deep shit. Maybe he and he only got suspended. He didn't get fired. Like, that's America, baby. In Iran, you wouldn't be alive anymore. So can anyone tell me why the Free Palestine genocide people don't care at all about Iran? Literally mass genocide right now. 10,000 political prisoners that were protesting arrested, and they already started ending their lives. And not one person on the left is like, oh, genocide. Oh, they're like, da 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 da. ICE is bad and a fucking soccer mom is the only thing we care about. Get ICE, that's it. Only ICE and ICE, 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 ICE. I'm like, why? I think the dude was just in over his head, addition to dealing with a poison well. I don't know. I don't pretend to know anything. That's what I do. I just don't pretend to know anything. There's a lot of people out there that will tell you it's this, it's that. Trials are coming. This is coming. That I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm just a 43-year-old fucking former reality TV star. What the fuck do I know? Except for everyone's an idiot. Hello, Michigan. Where from in Michigan, Susan? It's snowing there. Yeah, Iran will start public hangings today of protesters, and people here are like, oh, there's a regime. Trump's a regime. Oh my God, we're suffering. Meanwhile, none of our protesters are filing permits. None of our protesters are protesting legally at all. They're committing felonies against ICE agents. It's unbelievable. It's unfucking believable. And then when did Was it 2020 when we normalized riots and violent protests as like a real protest? Is that when we did it? Sanctions create social uprising. Oh, so it wasn't the regime of Iran crushing women and destroying the whole country, and wasn't that might have been part of it. Yeah, it's because TV and social media didn't tell them to be upset for the people for Iran. So they're going to sit there and pretend that they care about genocides, but it has to be the genocide they're told to care about. Iran used to be a free place where women could walk around with their like faces out, and Donnie is using ICE to create violence. I'm sorry, but the violence will turn on Donnie. Okay, so Portland, here's the issue. Under Barack Obama, ICE did the same thing, only the media was like, yay, yay, it's so good. Oh my God, yeah. Over 56 people died under ICE's custody under Obama, and everyone was like, oh, yeah, it's so good, yeah, because the media ran cover for Obama. I have the proof. I hope you're ready. May 2016, CNN does a segment entitled "A Day with ICE in a So-Called Sanctuary City." Are you guys ready for this? CNN literally rode around with ICE from the break of dawn until nighttime, watching while ICE conducted raids and arrested illegals. ICE arrested some right at their jobs. CNN was not criticizing ICE. They were celebrating them. Yeah, ICE is so good under Obama. Yeah. That's why it's all bullshit. ICE even made a mistake arrest, and CNN had absolutely no problem with it. Oh, it's so good. Look how good they are. 6 months later, Trump won the election, and ICE was then labeled the Gestapo. No one's serious. Everyone's full of shit. No one is serious. Everyone is full of fucking shit. Let's go. I'm going to start putting some stuff. Come on, son of a bitch. Hold on. I'm going to start putting some stuff on my face. And I really think we need to watch this while I do this. I really think we need to watch this. Are you guys ready? It's a 6-minute segment. And I'm going to watch this with you. And I am going to put on my Believe Aqua Bomb toner, my Anew Ultimate Supreme Dual Elixir Alpha Hydroxy, amazing for fine lines, wrinkles, and dark spots. I'm going to put on the Anew Clinical Line Eraser on my eyes, eye cream, and my favorite, the Anew Ultimate Supreme Radiant Firming Cream with Bacachil, that is like a plant version of retinol, only it's really good for sensitive skin. All right, are you guys ready?
Just before the sun rises in the Windy City, Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents fan out across Chicago to arrest criminals in the U.S. illegally.
Tac 1, Tac 2, Tac 3.
CNN was granted exclusive access to witness some of those raids.
We got 3 targets this morning. You know, some of the neighborhoods a little sketchy, so we got to make sure it's not just the target we're looking after, but other people around us.
They want to come out.
Is there a reason CNN isn't like, get every soccer mom, obstruct ICE, look at what they're doing? Oh my God. It's because it's all bullshit and you're a program zombie. The end. You are a program zombie. You literally do as you're told by your overlords who want to sow divide and chaos. That's it. That's all you're fucking doing. You are a useful idiot.
Out extra early, like right now, because they want to catch these people before they go to work. That's why it starts so early in the morning.
Oh, they're
All right, let's roll, guys.
They're busting migrant workers.
A lot of things go through your head. Your adrenaline.
Crook County, by the way.
Blood pressure, of course, goes up when you're getting ready to do something like this. All right, that vehicle behind us is off limits.
Where's all the protesters in Chicago ramming their cars? Why isn't CNN like, we need to get them illegal? What they're doing is illegal. Oh, where's that?
How many people are
This is literally months before Trump became president. This is ICE under Obama.
involved with this operation, particularly right now?
I have a 5-man arrest team here situated in this neighborhood here on the street. You see the stoop going up. I have a couple guys sitting right inside that stoop. This is part of what we do. Keep eyes on somebody and try to be as covert as we can. There we go. Is that him in white?
You mean ICE's operations are to be covert? So when you commit a felony by going, look, it's ICE, let's destroy federal operations, look at us, that you're a felon and you're committing crimes? Oh my gosh. Who would have ever thought?
This may look organized, but in this moment, confusion.
There's always challenges we face when it's dark, somebody looks very similar to an individual.
ICE agents
Oh, so they accidentally arrest people who are actually American citizens because of the confusion? Oh, but it's okay when it's Obama. That's when it's okay.
mistakenly arrest the target's brother.
Can you? But oh my God, Barack Obama is a dictator. He's illegally weaponizing ICE against the people. Oh my God. Oh.
In the process of talking to him in the vehicle, he then said, oh, no, I'm actually so-and-so. Who you're looking for is over here, this other address. He led us to that address, and we were able to actually arrest the individual we were looking for.
They wrongfully detained someone. Obama and his Gestapo is worse than Trump. Retinol and squalene neck and titty cream right here, Beyond Glow. Oh, so Chicago was against what Obama was doing with his Gestapo? Ooh, and then the media was like covering up for, oh, wow. So the same thing was happening Obama? Oh, gee willikers. It's almost like you're a programmed drone. You're a useful idiot. For who? What wealthy individual is funding pushing you into the streets to act like a fucking idiot? Who?
Miles, then turn left on 22nd Street.
Next target, somebody that did an excess of 10 years for narcotics trafficking. He's also been arrested for DUI. We also may be attempting to criminally prosecute this individual because he was
Multi-peptide eye primer?
previously removed from the country, which is a federal felony.
You have evidence, right, that he's using a fake identity, or?
That is correct. We believe he's been using a U.S. citizen's identity to live and work. He has an Illinois driver's license.
And CNN's like, yeah, you get those illegals. You get them, round them up and deport them for Obama. Get those fucking illegals. It was fine then. What's changed?
Immigration and Customs Enforcement just arrested its second target. It has had surveillance on this person for a while now.
This individual was incarcerated at Cook County Jail at one point. He was released without notification to ICE.
So Chi-Town was even thwarting Obama back then. Illinois was giving the finger to Barack Obama and harboring criminal illegals even then. Only CNN's like, look how bad Chicago is for being insurrectionists that go against Obama and his Gestapo, ICE.
Obviously, if we had been in the jail like we were prior to the 2011 ordinance, we probably could have arrested the individual at Cook County Jail, much more safe and secure location.
So you mean Chicago was putting ICE at risk even then? Just like today? It's all fucking political theater. It's all bullshit. And everyone's falling for it. It's all lies.
He's going to be processed. They're going to fingerprint him, ask him questions, and there's a whole process that goes into place before anyone is deported back, including seeing a judge.
We're cutting through because the highway's so backed up.
4.7 miles on North Harlem Avenue.
This third target, he has an unauthorized use of a weapon, which was a firearm. He has a couple DUIs. He is a criminal. He has an extensive criminal history. And by taking him out of the community, it's making the community safer. And that's ICE's purpose, is to focus on criminals and community safety by taking these.
So what's changed, guys? Is anyone in here like anti-ICE? Well, I was against it then too, even though I'm lying to you. And I know I'm lying, but I don't know what to do because I'm being called out on how stupid this whole thing is. Help me understand, like, the memory in people's brains where they have no memory, that none. Obama deported more people and ICE was boots on the ground fucking getting rid of oh, well, Obama didn't do what Trump's doing, even though CNN did this amazing puff piece on it and I can watch it. I'm just lied to every day and I buy it so I can be outraged for some rich asshole that wants me to be. That's it. It's not hypocrites, they're brainwashed.
Recidivist criminals out of our communities.
You got any weapons on you? No. We got a warrant for your arrest.
So we got here and there was a lot of action almost immediately.
We came in, saw the individual, we had eyes on our target. You know, he was able to come out of the business for us. We were to apprehend him without incident. At the same time, we also brought out his brother, who also is believed to be illegal in the United States. We were able to run him on our portable fingerprint scanner. He did have a hit with DHS, so he's been previously encountered, believed by the Border Patrol. So we're going to take him to the office and verify. So
this is our new Go by Glimmer cheek and eyeshadow. This is spicy, and I'm going to use this as a transitional color on my lid.
What criminal history he has, and we'll go from there with him. At the same time, when an individual run out the back of the business and started jump fences, officers pursued him, were able to apprehend him.
Why did you run?
Well, the thing is, I gotta look out for my kids. I just don't want to leave my family alone. That's one of the main reasons.
What do you think about what ICE is doing to get criminal undocumented immigrants off the street?
That's good. We really appreciate that because, I mean, sometimes they get people that they're not doing anything. And we come over here for the same reason, to work. Not to go ahead and break houses, break cars, nothing.
All right, take care, sir. He's just saying he was scared and ran from the cops, but that's why we want to encounter him, see what's going on, see what his story is. He's not a priority. We haven't encountered him before, so we're going to let him go on the spot. So that's one of the beautiful. You
run from the cops when you got like weed in your ginch or something. Like, let's be real. Normal people don't run from the cops. We all know it to be true. That bro is crotching some weed or something. I ain't hating on him, but he just smoked a joint. Something happened. He's like, I best get the fuck out of here.
Beautiful things that some of the technology we're trying to deploy is to be able to do some of the screening right here instead of dragging everybody back to the office. And it worked out great this particular time.
I'm going to use a little Maven.
This is the ICE processing facility right outside of Chicago. All the targets that were arrested are brought here. They are fingerprinted. They fill out.
Why weren't people protesting this ICE facility under Barack Obama? Could it be the news didn't tell you to? Could it be the news was running cover for Obama and not vilifying what he was doing? Everyone's a program lamb, just a sheep, just marching in the slaughter.
Paperwork. They answer any questions from the agents.
Here's what you're going to ask for. I request a hearing before an immigration judge.
They've already had their due process. Now, basically,
But they already had their due process. You mean when you're illegal, the due process is the law as you're deported? That's so weird. That's weird. Isn't that weird? I think it's weird. I think it's really weird. This is on my X account, by the way. You should repost this video for everyone to see. It's just so odd that they already had their due process, and that's why they're fucking leaving. That's weird.
we serve them new paperwork, showing them that what's going to be happening to them, and then we arrange for their removal from the United States.
This is Alberto Perez. He was just released from the Cook County Jail after being arrested on domestic battery. This morning, ICE agents went to the home where he was staying and arrested him. So you have been arrested twice for battery, domestic battery. Did you know
I'm going to use shady. Shady now.
that these charges would put you at risk for deportation?
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. I didn't know the consequence or the repercussions or anything like that. I have no idea that.
It's because you're not a U.S. citizen. And you think you could just do whatever the fuck you want and no laws apply to you. That's why. I could just beat the shit out of my wife and sneak around and it'll be fine. It's totally fine because I'm above the law.
It would come to this.
Do you think you will be deported?
Hopefully, in my heart, I believe I won't be, but then apparently right now, my faith is in the hands of a judge.
Why did CNN frame ICE in such a positive way? Can any of you explain this to me? Isn't this weird? Anyone? So as a moderate, I just sit back and I watch everyone do this shit. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah, this video is on my X account. It is a CNN puff piece where they worship ICE under Barack Obama. And ICE is doing the same exact fucking thing they're doing today. Only CNN isn't saying they're illegally doing this. Get them, protest them, don't let up. It's illegal. That's the only difference is you have all these politicians lying to you and saying that ICE doing the same thing that they've always done is now bad. My friend got deported for drinking and driving. He was like 1 point above the legal limit. It sucked. But at the same time, I kept warning him, dude, I don't care if you're 1 point. Do you know how many people have died because of drunk drivers? I have no respect for people who get behind the wheel after drinking. I'm sorry. None. Too many people I know have died from that shit. And the drunks never die. It was 2016, post-Smith Modernization Act, and it was before Trump took over. And ICE was doing all the same things that they do today, and CNN was praising them. And we all just watched it. And that's how you know it's all bullshit. And I feel so bad for the people so lost in the tribalism that they can't see it. You know what I mean? They can't see it. So, like, for me, when I hear Trump, it's the golden age. I'm like, for who? Rich people? Like, I'm going to criticize him whenever he does something I think is fucking stupid, because that's what you should do to each president, regardless of what tribe you're in. But when you start pretending that everything that Trump's doing is the first time it's ever happened and blee, blee, blah, when Obama was doing all the same shit and no one said a word, that's where you lose me, dude. I'm like, this is clearly bullshit. People are clearly being weaponized for politics and rich people. And that woman who sacrificed her life for her activism by committing felonies and stalking ICE and then ramming one with their car and stuff. I'm sorry. Holy shit. No brain cells at all. That's not a protest. A protest is you legally file for a permit. And then they're like, okay, you can meet at City Hall and make your voices heard. Now, I want to show you a video from a professional protester. A guy who's been protesting his whole life. And he's a leftist or a liberal, pre-leftist. But I think people really need to listen to this. Well, today I use the new Radiant Firming Cream. I think everyone needs to listen to this guy. So you guys ready?
Don't take this personally, but everybody just shut the fuck up.
So he's like Jeff Goldblum, only really egotistical with a thick accent.
Every single hot button issue that comes up, everybody becomes an expert on it. What happened in Minnesota, this woman who is now dead, sadly, she leaves a child and a wife. And it shouldn't have happened. I have a right to comment on this more than 99.9% of all of you. So listen to what I'm fucking saying here. Why? Because I am the protester. You understand this? For 35 years, this is what I've been doing. Thousands of protests, dozens upon dozens of arrests. And the reason I am still here, or I don't have stitches from a fucking billy club, or I don't have marks from a taser, is right here in this image. Every single time that I have been arrested, you will notice my hands I place behind my back.
You mean you comply and you have brain cells? Holy shit. You mean you protest in the legal way? Wow.
As I am told when I get arrested. I do not resist. I do not spit. I do not curse. I do not struggle. I do not fight or be aggressive towards the authorities who are there to arrest me, because when we protest, we step over a line that is there, and that line happens to be called the fucking law. And thank God in this country, we can step over that line sometimes, but we have to understand that we are now in a different zone, because that cop over there, I think his kids got leukemia. That cop over there, I know, was in a bank robbery last night with the thugs, and he got shot at, and he's back out in the street, but he's all high tension. And that guy over there, that cop, I know his wife is fucking him out.
You mean a leftist who's a liberal? This is not a radical progressive temper tantrum baby. This is a old school liberal with a functioning brain who understands that cops deal with the underbelly of society every single day. ICE is going after human traffickers, fentanyl dealers. Like, they're literally dealing with the worst of the worst of the worst. And then you're like, I'm going to go fuck with this guy. That is no common sense. That is complete idiocy. This guy comes off super egotistical, but where is he wrong? He's not.
Man, so I'm in a high tension area, and these fuckers have guns, batons, and tasers. We have a system in this country, it's called a court of fucking law. And whether I'm wrong or right in this situation, officer, I didn't do anything wrong. Put your hands behind your back. Yes, sir. And I will take that up with the judge. And
that's common sense. People today are advocating for no common sense, no self-preservation, and pure idiocy.
Prove my innocence. I do not bring the courtroom right there at that high tension fucking moment. Do you get what I'm saying, people? So, this woman would still be alive. I don't think she was the kind of woman that would have done what she did, which was resist and be aggressive towards the authorities, as you see in the video, and you can all fight about that. But let's get to the base here. The base is the wife is probably looking to sue Trump or the police or the ICE or this or the time. She needs to look at the Democrat, liberal politicians, community activists, and the fucking douchebag, motherfucking self-loathing, divisive cocksuckers in the liberal fucking media.
They are pushing people to commit felonies and break the law. They know that these protesters are all breaking the law. They want people to get hurt and die. That's what they want. They want them to get hurt and die because it helps their... When that woman got shot by ICE, I bet you $1 million AOC and all of them were like, yes, yes, like, because they had been begging for it. This guy knows when you protest, you don't fuck around, because if you fuck around, you find out. I don't know what his name is, but he clearly has been protesting for 35 years and getting arrested all the time and has never been hurt because he's not a fucking idiot. He's just not dumb.
That tell her and those like her to resist arrest and be aggressively violent towards any authority.
Yep. That man was right. How can anyone argue what he just said? How can anyone argue what he just said? Well, liberals today are considered very conservative. I'm a 90s liberal, like at heart, like a 90s liberal. I've always loved guns, all this stuff. That is me. But today they call me a radical right winger. Like, you need to understand, like, they're, oh, you're so conservative. Meanwhile, every time I go home, I go hang out with my gay best friend and his partner. But I'm so conservative, and like, I don't really give a shit if he gets married or whatever. I don't care at all. So what he's saying, it's correct. It's 100% correct and sensible, and it's just fucking common sense. It's really sad. It's really, really sad because our media knows what they're doing, and those politicians know what they're doing, and they're advocating for people to get hurt. Have you seen the videos of these psychopaths like hitting ice with ice water bottles, like full on ice cubes, jumping in front of their cars, jumping on? These aren't sane human beings. Do I go out with done makeup or just wash it off? Sometimes I go out with no makeup, but these aren't sane people. You're not, if you're jumping in front of cars and screaming, if you're blocking ice with your car and telling the cop, isn't it funny, the body shaming people? We're totally fine with that woman and her girlfriend. That wasn't her wife, by the way. They weren't married. Everyone calls it her wife, but they weren't married. But everyone was fine with her being like, hey, fatty cop, why don't you eat some lunch, you fat fuck? Look at your fat body. Like, everyone was fine with that. I don't have much sympathy for these people because they're using zero common sense. It just really makes me sad. Have I ever worked with Scott Baio? I don't know if I've worked with him, but I've ran into him a lot. You need to understand, I used to be very immersed in the child star community, so I knew like all of them. If you're a parent, you're harassing cops, like, what the fuck are you doing? You're right, RJs, you're right. What do I think about Iran? I think it's hilarious that all the no genocide and free Palestine people aren't saying a peep about 10,000 protesters arrested in Iran, that they announced that they're going to start doing public hangings and that they've already been blowing off their heads and dumping their bodies in the street. Yeah, this is live. It's a live stream. I don't understand people. I just don't understand them. I don't get it. Like that video of the guy holding the American flag, and you have like 10 leftists attacking him, and the guy's avoiding them and trying to not fight them, and they're taking bullhorns and putting it right in his eardrum and screaming and pressing the alarms. And I'm like, dude, that's assault. You can't do that to people. And then he had enough and fucking takes them all out with fists. And I was like, I don't know the whole story where, on what. I know that our media and politicians are advocating for people to illegally do things and call it protests, knowing that they're going to get hurt for political gain. Useful idiots, man. It's sad. It's really, really sad. But do you guys want to laugh? Because I'm ready to laugh. I miss laughing. So this is Elton John when Joe Biden blamed AIDS on him. Look at Elton John's face. Are you guys ready? It's awesome. Here we go.
By the way.
Oh, too loud. He said, by the way. I'm just turning it down a little.
It's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help AIDS, fight HIV/AIDS. By the way, it's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help AIDS, fight HIV/AIDS.
Because Elton John is a proper cunt. He makes me laugh. He is a cunt and he deserves it. And I love Elton John. Talk your shit. I love Elton John. Joe Biden straight up is like, it's Elton John's fault. People have AIDS. His face. Elton John's fucking face during this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's so good. It's so good.
By the way, it's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help AIDS fight AIDS.
Look at his face.
HIV/AIDS. By the way, it's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help AIDS fight AIDS.
It's so funny. It's so good. It's amazing. I think he was supposed to be making a joke. His fault that we're doing something good. But Biden completely fucked up the tone. Yeah. And says, I love the idea of Elton John being this insidious AIDS super spreader, cackling manically as he top twinks and sings about pinball. Oh my God, it's so good. I have tears in my eyes. It makes me, every time I see it, I'm like, Joe Biden was a gift. He was a gift to me because he was so demented. Did you guys see President Trump showing like the Shah of like, I don't know, Saudi Arabia or something, the presidential wall, and showing him the picture of Joe Biden as just the auto pen? Did anyone? I fucking laughed. That's funny. Like him or not, why is that? That's fucking funny. It's funny because we have the video of it. Let me see if I can find it. President Trump showing off auto pen photo. But please. Here it is. Is this it? Oh no, that's Trump shows Saudi crown prince. There it is. Oh man, hold on. Hold on. I have to turn this down. How do I fucking How do I turn it down? Hold on. I know how. There we go. There it is. This is him showing the crowned prince of Saudi Arabia. That's the auto pen right there. Are we ready? Son of a bitch. You fuck. Here we He takes his time. Did you know he was so demented that everything was on an auto pen? By the way, this is me. Aren't I great? Look how handsome I am. I'm so amazing. He's still going on about the auto pen. I can't. The pettiness, the vindictiveness. He's like a fucking 15-year-old cheerleader mean girl. It's like Mean Girls. It's fucking troll level 9,000. You can hate Trump all day. How do you not laugh at this? The absurdity of showing a Saudi prince. The fucking prince of a nation. The photo you hung of an auto. How is this not funny? Put your TDS aside for a second. This is fucking hilarious. Just like the guy yelling at him that he's a pedo protector. That was funny too. regardless of if you like Trump or not, you gotta give it credit. God bless America. That exchange was the most American exchange ever. Only in America. In Europe, you'd be arrested. In Beijing, you'd be disappeared. In Iran, you wouldn't be alive. But in America, you can yell at the president, you pedo protector, you protect pedos. And then the president's like, fuck you, guy. And like the guy is alive and well. He didn't even get fired from his job. He probably shouldn't do that at work, but he didn't even get fired. He got suspended. It's so American. And both sides should be proud of that moment. Sorry. It's fucking great that in this country you could yell that at the president and the president could give you the finger and everyone lives to tell the tale. Ah. Oh, did the music play for you guys? I'm sorry. I thought I muted it for you. Apparently it didn't work. Oh man, the Saudi crowned prince. It's funny. If I was president, my face would be all over the walls in the White House. Linda's like, I don't give a fuck. I'd be narcissistic as shit. I'd be like, look at me. This is Linda, bitch. Linda's like, no holds barred. First Amendment at work. Do you have the First Amendment? So if I went to an Avon convention and Avon invited, let's say, Joe Biden, and he was the honored guest at an Avon convention, and I was like, you shower with your daughter and she says you're a pedophile. Like if I did that, my guess is I don't get my First Amendment at work. I'd probably not be able to be an Avon lady anymore. Just a guess. This guy just got suspended at work. Now, if this guy was just on the side of the road and did it, nothing would have happened to him. But I don't know what job you have where you can like scream at the people they invite to your job because you don't like them. But my job isn't like that. Is yours? Aaron, genuine, honest question. Do you have First Amendment rights to do whatever and say whatever you want at work? Some people couldn't not use proper pronouns at work. Like, you didn't use proper pronouns. You're fired. So isn't that free speech? Yeah, the reservation, you have free speech. You can do whatever you want there. Whatever the Native Americans allow to happen there. Well, I mean, if you're at work, it's different. Have any of you guys ever heckled like a invited guest at your job? Is this normal behavior that you get away with at work? By the way, this is the CEO of Exxon Oil. We've invited him here. Fuck you, pedophile lover. And then like, you're fine. Like, we just have to be honest people, right? I'm all for the First Amendment, but I also realize if I'm at an Avon function and I'm screaming like that man did, he's in a corporate environment, he's at work, his work has invited the president, and he yells at the president that he's a pedo protector, and the president flips him off, and he doesn't even get fired. He just gets suspended. Like, that's generous. I would expect to not have a job. Wouldn't you? Like, is this a normal thing people can get away with? I would have been escorted out immediately. I'll flip someone off at work when I'm ready to retire. Start the countdown, right? Yeah, that's really generous. I thought I'm glad it happened. It's something for both sides. We all get to have a laugh. If you don't like Trump, you love the heckler. If you love Trump, you love Trump's response. And if you're me, you can see the beauty in both. I like it both. I like it both. I liked it both because it's a wonderful memory that I'm going to hold for the rest of my life. And I know that only in America can we do stuff like this. It's only here, baby. Freedom, man. This is what I feel so blessed knowing what's happening in Iran to those poor human beings. Knowing that they're just like, we hate this regime. We want it to go away. And they're being executed. And now they're going to start mass public hangings. And they've been dumping their bodies in the streets. And on top of all of that, you know what else has happened? They've been charging the family thousands of dollars to get the bodies back of protesters. So they're making money off the families. They're like, yo, we got rid of your son for saying that he wants a regime change and he wants us to go away. So we ended his life. But that will be 10,000 US dollars to get his body back. That's what they're doing there. And not one leftist, not one Free Palestine person, not one campus, none of them are marching over the genocide now occurring to the Iranians. And that's how you know it's all programming. And the right does it too. It's all programming. All programming. And that's why I put my hands up. That's why I laugh when people try to pigeonhole me and say I'm this or that. I'm like, dude, I'm smart enough to know that none of them have our best interests at heart. My hands are up in the air. I don't think there's a good side. I don't think there's a better side. So the left will be like, we're the moral side and we're for women's rights. Meanwhile, they're importing in mass Somalians who butcher the crotches of 99% of their women. And did you know they do it in Syria and Egypt too? A lot of Muslims butcher the crotches of women for the pleasure of men, taking away all ability for the woman to feel pleasure. And everyone's like, we want that here. Welcome, welcome, come on in. It's crazy. But Somalians do it to almost 100% of their women. It's their religious practice. They have done nothing to prove they're done doing it. It has not decreased in any way. And en masse, we've imported this culture here. And then the same people who advocate for these people, the same people who defend their rights, then tell me they're for women's rights. And I'm like, it's all a lie. It's all bullshit. Just like Republicans are like, oh, it's so bad that they flooded our borders, but you allowed it to happen. You allowed it to happen. You just sat there and watched it because it's all a game. It's the same reason Democrats never codified Roe versus Wade, because they make so much money off your outrage and fundraising. If they really cared about your right to abort your baby, don't you think they would have solidified that immediately? They don't care. It's all a game. Hey, Kate. America is not horrible, but it's full of shit. That's for sure. It's full of shit. All politicians are snakes. They probably mean well, but they all have agendas. Well, I think maybe some of them mean well in the beginning. That's an auto factory in Detroit. Anything goes. Well, clearly not, because he got suspended from work. Like, they clearly didn't want him to yell, you aren't even an American. I was born in Joliet, Illinois. In Chicagoland. What are you talking about? Listen to my accent. You don't get more American than me. We have too many snake oil salesmen in politics. They all are. What's his name? And he looked like Butthead. Matt Gaetz. He looked just like Butthead. He reminds me of like the sleaziest car salesman on the lot. You know, when you're looking at cars and you just see that guy that smiles at you from across the lot and you're like, oh, please, Lord, let it not be this guy. Please don't let it be this guy. And then he just rolls up and he's like, hey, that's what he reminds me of. But the fact that he looks like a human version of Butthead, I can't unsee it. Did you guys ever see the picture that he posted of him holding nachos credit where it's due. To be able to make fun of yourself because you know you look like butthead and be willing to hold nachos. Credit where it's due. That shit made me laugh. I was like, this motherfucker did not just hold a bunch of nachos for a picture. He did not just do this. He did not. I love it. Even though I look at him and I think he's as swarmy as that guy from the Hunger Games, the Caesar guy. That's what he reminds me of. But Gavin Newsom's the same. To me, Matt Gaetz and Gavin Newsom are like the exact fucking same person. They just look the exact same, like the hair and the Botox. And oh, it's all so bad. Also bad. This is fun. Kind of like what we did today here. This is fun. So I will equally offend everyone because I don't think anyone's exempt from being made fun of. I don't know what planet we came from where we can't make fun of all of them. That should be our job as the constituents of these people. To like fucking mock them because it's just so fun to do. And mock the shit out of them. What did I drop? I dropped something. Oh, there it is. Just mock them. Isn't this fun? I think it's fun. I like what we did here. That's fun. Maybe a little bit more. This is my Avon Glimmer Sticks eyeliner. I'm an Avon lady, by the way. AdrianneCurry.com to shop with me. I am game to make fun of everybody. Okay, example. I love 9-inch nails. I love them. And like my husband will laugh about them and make fun. Do you notice on the internet, like if someone doesn't like a band you like and stuff, how everyone like yells at each other and screams? I mean, someone was like, Trent Reznor has a penis nose. And I just laughed. Like, just have a laugh, you know? Sometimes you just gotta laugh. Stop taking yourself so fucking seriously. Life is funny. Life is funny. Let's see. Beautiful Newsome. Thank you, husband. Look at my husband. Look at the nice things my husband does for me on Twitch. Look at those nice things. Speaking of nice things, I'm about to start putting on some nice shit. I'm going to put on a little blush today. I just got my Glimmer Sticks from you. Yay! AdrianneCurry.com to shop with me. I'd love to be your Avon lady. I will mock everyone with you. I will mock myself. I mean, just the other day, I was like, I'm a poor man's Liz Hurley. I'm a beaten up Mila Jovovich. I'm a ridden hard and put away wet former model. My best days are behind me. That's when life is fun, when you can make fun of yourself, you can make fun of everyone else, and it's just beautiful. I was pleasantly surprised to see that Duck's Dream returned. My husband will be on tonight. My husband will be on tonight. Owen Wilson has a penis nose. Owen Wilson and Trent Reznor are brothers. We just didn't know. We just didn't know. And I love Owen Wilson. But we can also make fun of people. Why not? Why not? Who says that we can't make fun of everyone? I say we do it. I say we make fun of everyone. So, guys, this really bothered me. Scott Adams suffered a lot. He did not die easily. He was full of pain. He fell apart in front of the public's eyes. And when he died, this woman decided to put disgraced Dilbert creator. Dilbert was pulled from wide circulation after Adams' racist rant in 2023. It wasn't that racist. I went and watched it. It was in response to everyone saying horrible things about white people. And when someone dies like this and dies that horrifically, why would you say bad things? I still have my tree topper Christmas angel from Avon 35 years ago. That's awesome. Just say nothing. And then people started posting pictures of this chick. And I'm like, of course. Of course. That's an AI version of her. That is not a picture of her. Someone did an AI of that. That's not a real picture of her. I'm trying to find the real picture of her. There she is. This is the woman. She's very large. And she just had nothing nice to say about this guy. I like her glasses. But like, she's a mean person. When someone suffers like that, you just be like, they passed away. Like, do you really need to say terrible things about this person? Disgrace is the correct neutral term for what happened. He was widely popular still and making bank. He was disgraced by the left. He's not a leftist. So why does that matter? He was making more money after being disgraced than he was prior to it. Who disgraced him? This bitch?
Everything you say is racist, and the white privileges and the
like. Yeah, no one cares about these people. I tune it. Joy reads like, white people are terrible, evil, vicious white people. I don't like them. And everyone's like, that's so good. And then Scott Adams is like, stay away from people like this. And they're like, that's racist. I'm like, that's a double-edged sword. I don't have any respect for cancel culture. None. No. That's why I think the guy that yelled at Trump that he was a pedo protector, I don't think anyone should cancel him. I think I have a laugh. It was funny. What did it lead to? It led to us all laughing, regardless of what side you were on. It was great. Scott Adams, as the cartoonist and political commentator, is a neutral way of saying it. Absolutely not. This is not neutral. This is, I'm a leftist and he's being mean and racist and bad. Like, that's what that is. That is totally bias. It's totally bias. Like when Joe Biden passes away from cancer because he's got cancer really bad, I'm not going to be like, oh, what a fucker and disgraced ex-auto pen president. I'll be like, that was really sad because I'm not an evil human being, man. Like, what the? I don't understand that. That's very inflammatory and biased towards anyone who isn't a fucking leftist. If you think this is neutral, you live in a bubble of same think and people projecting your same opinion at you. You know what I mean? Like, I have a friend, we don't agree politically on anything. So if something happens, I'll think one way of it, and I know she thinks the other way of it. So I'm not going to like start hammering her with it with like just my thinking. I'll be like, you know, I didn't take it that way, but I know you didn't like it, you know. But when someone dies the way he did, you don't take that as the opportunity to push your political bullshit. You just be like, Scott Adams, Dilbert, cartoonist, you know, passed away from prostate cancer. The end. That's all. That's all. And if you can't see that it was incredibly biased, then you're very lost. Okay, if Mark Ruffalo, if he like passed away and they were like radical Marxist, Mark Ruffalo, anti-Trumper, you know, died at this age, I'd be like, that's fucked up. If they were like actor Mark Ruffalo, who played the Hulk, passes away from prostate cancer at age blah, blah, blah. Because the entire right wing of people hate that guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if anything happened to him and they took that time to take pot shots, I would think they're bad people. I just don't understand where people's humanity and grace has gone. I just feel like something's happened where people have dehumanized each other to the point where they think it's acceptable to behave like animals. Okay, the chick that committed the felony that was like heckling ICE all day, and she was a trained Marxist to disrupt federal operations with ICE and all this shit. The mom who did not value her life or just didn't consider the danger she was putting herself in, even though the people training her knew. They knew. Everyone knew what she was doing would get her hurt. Most people with a brain would know she would get hurt. But anyone that was like, oh, yeah, she deserved it. I'm like, dude, she was an idiot. She did nothing to help herself. But I'm not going to celebrate that some child's mom's not here anymore. I'm not going to celebrate that she didn't use her brain to know how to avoid such a thing. That's not cool, man. She's dead. She's not alive anymore. You don't have to be kicking her body. Do you understand? Like, fuck. Thank you, Cat Rocks. I'll keep you. So that was Love at First Lash microfiber mascara. As you can see, it makes me look like I have eyelashes. I don't know, man. Just what's happened to us? I feel like The Watchmen, when Night Owl's like, what's happened to us, to the comedian? He's like, it's the American dream. It's came true, motherfucker. I refuse to be this way. And that's why I'm like the party of tolerance and love, like sitting there shitting all over someone when he dies of prostate cancer on camera for everyone to see how horrifically he suffered. It was horrifying what that man had to go through. It's horrifying. And I'm like, this is the time for you to be a butthole. Like, this is the time. Come on, man. Amazing that you have used all the maggot talking points. Portland, you are a psychopath. You have literally watched everything I presented. You have literally watched me talk about, I thought it was funny that the heckler called Trump a pedo protector and that I support in America. People yelling at our presidents, and I think it's funny. And then you twist things. And that's the problem. When you're so radically left that you can look at a moderate, like the political compass test is like this. I'm almost dead center. I'm only one tick right and one tick down into libertarianism. I am almost dead center. I am not an extremist. I am not a radical. But if you're an extremist or radical on either side, I have conservatives that think I'm some far leftist. And then I have far leftists that think I'm some like far right winger. And I'm like just a normal person. And this is how you know people are in a cult and they've lost their fucking minds. Like they've literally lost their minds. There's no party that represents me. Like Mitch McConnell does not represent me. I don't look at him and be like, gee, Willikers, Lindsey Graham. Wow. That really represents me. And then I look at AOC. I'm like, she doesn't represent me. No, I don't know of a single person match tinted moisturizer and light medium. I don't know any of them that represent me. None of them. None. This is in light medium. Because they're a bunch of ass clowns, as they say in Bad Santa. Bunch of idiots. But go ahead and be mad. Be mad. I'm just going to keep making fun of everyone because it's fun. It's fun to make fun of all of you. All right, let's do spicy. I'm going to do spicy on my cheeks. Why not? I usually don't use powders, but I got to try this. This is our motherfucker. This is our cheek and eyeshadow, and I use some of it on my eyes. So okay. I'm not mad at that. That's actually cute. The pigment's really good. You don't have to use a lot. I like it. I like it. Yep. I like it. That's always fun. It's always fun to like what you put on your face. Do I have my sealant, my sealer? Hello? There it is. 3, 2. Setting spray. I have to set my makeup. I have to set it. Anyone with Portland in the name, you know what they're representing. We all know where you're coming from. And it ain't the middle. I respect your honesty and real talk. Well, hey, welcome. Liberals make it easy to make fun of them, and the far right make it easy to distance yourself from. Like, I'm sorry, Nick Fuentes, Andrew Tate. I 100% think that these are gay men that are very angry. Like, my gaydar is at level 100 with Nick Fuentes. I can't imagine that. I just don't understand why no one else is picking up on that. I am an expert at this. I used to collect gays like Pokemon. I'm a former model. Like, that dude is on fire, and he's like trying to hide it. And that's why he's so mad. And then Andrew Tate's really mean to women. And then he spends all this time like, I'm beautiful. Look at me. I have to groom myself. And I'm like, that's a little like gay. Like, if I saw Andrew Tate in a gay nightclub, I would not be shocked. I'd be like, of course you're here. Of course you are here. Any man that grooms himself that much, of course you are here. Why wouldn't you be? Why would you not be here, dude? Why would you not? No reason for you to not be here. Let's do the multi-balm beach blush on my lips. Go eat a Subaru. Subarus are actually really, really great for living in the mountains. My dad has one. He lives in the mountains. So there we go. I feel pretty. I feel pretty. So again, just want to remind you, we got our new eyeshadow palettes that are also blushes. They're really fun. Go Glimmer Cheek and Eyeshadow. I love this shit. This is also for your cheeks and your lips. I love multi things. The neck and titty cream is Beyond Glow. Niacinamide firming cream for neck, chest, and décolletage. I love my little black purse that I got from Avon. You can take this off, whoop, and you could use it as a clutch, or you put it on, and then you got your little shoulder strap, and it feels really soft. It's pleather, of course, but it just feels so good. I can't stop touching it. But do you feel witty and gay? I mean, I feel witty, gay as in happy, sure, but I'm not gay. I have no problem with people who are gay, but I am not attracted to women. Like, they do absolutely nothing for me. And I'm not trying to be insulting. Do you remember in As Good as It Gets, Simon, the gay neighbor, tells Melvin, Jack Nicholson, I love you. And Jack Nicholson looks at him and goes, let me tell you what. If that did it for me, I'd be the luckiest man alive. Yes. So this is my look today, guys. This is what we did. I'm an Avon lady. I sell Avon. AdrianneCurry.com is where you go to buy Avon from me. Both sides are ridiculous. Trump and the heckler were funny. She was making fun of you, saying you feel pretty. Haha, the song Feel Pretty. Well, that's fine. I'm bisexual. Good for you. That means nothing to me because I'm not on the market and I don't care what makes your your hoo-ha tingle with excitement. That's how I feel. So like if I have a friend who has a sexual preference, it matters not to me because I'm with my husband and we're good. That's it. I'm with him and we're good. But I always tell people when they're like, yeah, like I'm gay. I'm like, don't care. Does nothing for me. Makes me think no differently of you. The only thing that helps with like a gay man is that I can hang out with my childhood best friend in my bedroom with the door closed when I was a kid because my mom and dad and grandma were like, there ain't nothing going on in there. Hang out all day. Shut the door. I wasn't allowed to shut my door with any boy ever. I wasn't even allowed to like leave their like view. But then with my childhood BFF, because my parents and grandma knew he was gay before we did, they were just like, whatever. Don't care. I remember junior high just having the door shut and him being over. And I'm like, this is great. We're like sneaking cigarettes because my mom smoked. So I'm like, they won't even be able to tell. So we were doing bad things, but just not like, that kind of bad things between a man and a woman. I mean, I cared that my husband's a little autistic because then it explained everything. I went from like, what the fuck is wrong with you to going, oh, I understand everything about you. Everything. We're good. Everything's good. All right, kids, adriancurry.com to shop with me. Thank you, everyone, for coming today. What we learn? Everyone sucks. I will see everyone because it is Wednesday on Friday here. Tomorrow I'll be on TikTok. Have a great day.